Hello, this is Wmpyr back again with another Captain Fairbairn video, and this time around, I want to focus on the context of his techniques. So the first one right here, you can see is you, the good guy, so to speak, is facing the opponent, and you have a weapon. The other guy doesn't. You have this stick. The other guy has nothing. So at this point, if this does turn into a fight, because you're facing each other and you're obviously clearly aware of each other and probably each other's intentions, right there, if it does turn into a fight, then you have the upper hand because you have a weapon, the other guy has nothing. Or this is before the other guy could even access what they have. They could have a pistol or they could have a knife, but before they could even take it out, you're right there. So this, to me, is one of the few illustrations that show like a confrontation situation, like an actual fight situation that it could turn into a fight, but you have the total upper hand. So this is, to me, the way Captain Fairbairn thinks. If you're going to fight, you need the upper hand. And same with this. Okay, you're facing this other guy, and you have this crazy weapon called the Smatchet, which is a massive knife. The other guy has nothing. So you're in a huge advantage. And then this is another one of the very few like direct confrontation type situations, a fight situation that Captain Fairbairn addresses, which is right here. The other guy actually has a knife, and you're both facing each other, you're both ready to go, but you have a chair. This is actually his answer to how do you defend against a knife attack. He says, grab a chair. And I love this. I love it. It's very simple. It's very clear and easy to understand. But really, these are the only three that I see in the entire book of Get Tough where he tells you about a fight situation. This is how you handle it. So it gives you his mentality. What is he thinking about this? The other situations are like this, where you are attacking the person from behind, which is an assault. This is a surprise attack, right? This is not the same as the three that I just showed you, where you're both facing each other and you're both ready. No, this is the other guy has no clue that you're coming. And this is another situation that he shows in his book, which is totally different from everything else I've showed you in this video so far, which is they got you in a grappling move and you're going to escape. So this is like a hold release type situation. They grab your wrist, or they get you in a bear hug. They grab your hair. These are the kinds of things that he's shown. And this is a completely different type of context, once again, from the other stuff. This one, to me, is clearly a surprise attack. Once again, it falls into the assault, a sneak attack, because you're distracting them with this matchbox, as you can see in figure 7.4, and then in figure 7.75. The context is he has a gun pointed at you, and he's facing you. You've already surrendered at this point, but then you're going to land this strike onto their face, their head. And he says that, in a life or death situation, you have a decent chance of knocking them out. So do it with everything you got. That's pretty much what he says. So this is a sneak attack. This is not a fight. This is not, let's see who's faster. No, this is a surprise attack. Okay. This one, the context is not clear. I have to admit, he doesn't say. Okay. But somehow you hit them with your forearm like a clothesline, and then you put them in the headlock. This one too. You're facing each other, so that looks like it could be a fight, and the other guy has his fist up, so it's like, oh, is this a fight? We don't know. It doesn't say. And then you grab their wrist, and then boom. This one right here is a knee to the balls. What happened before figure 13. We don't know because he doesn't show. Okay, that's not described. So the last three are unclear, which I think is unfortunate. But from everything that I've seen before this, all the other stuff that I just showed you, it leads me to believe that Captain Fairbairn is not about fighting. I said to you guys, in combat, there's three types of combat. This is my definition. Assault, fighting, and self-defense. And he already kind of showed the self-defense, like escapes, like if someone gets you in a bear hug or something. And then he showed you, if the other person is going to fight you, you want the upper hand. Like you have a smash it and they're empty-handed. So he's clearly shown that. So to me, this is a different scenario, a different case. And this is a surprise attack. I wish he wrote that down in his book. He doesn't. So this is my own interpretation. But I am convinced that this is what you're seeing. On figure 61, you go from, maybe you're arguing with each other and all of a sudden, boom, you hit them. Whack! With this move and then put them in figure 62. Okay, same with here. You're arguing with a guy or something and you're going, hey man, look, I'm just trying to stand up for my fellow soldier or whatever. And they're like, you better calm down. And so they're threatening you. They're warning you that they're going to be violent with you. And before they could do anything, so the fight hasn't started. Boom, you grab his wrist. And that's why I say to you guys, when you grab their wrist, I divide my self-defense program into when they're moving and when they're stationary. To me, that's huge. And so this shows they are stationary. And that's why you're able to grab their wrist. If they're moving and you grab their wrist, I'm sorry. I don't believe in that. I don't teach that. Okay. Next, right here. This one to me also the same thing. We don't know what exactly happens, how you get here to figure 13, but I believe, you're going, excuse me, I really need to use the restroom. They're like, what are you saying? And then boom, you need them in the balls. So this is, I'm leading to believe that it is a surprise attack. And this would be for a lot of his techniques. A big portion of his techniques are surprise attacks, and that also will include this. That will also include this. So a big portion where you're coming in from behind, these are all surprise attacks, and that's why I call Captain Fairbairn's method primarily a assault program. So I hope that makes sense. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.